In this video, we're going to be focusing on how we can navigate in 3D space. Navigating in 3 dimensions is a little bit trickier on a desktop screen than navigating in 2 dimensions. The easiest way of navigating is to orbit around a selected object or a point of reference. If we were to press down on the middle mouse button and move our mouse around, you can see we are able to orbit around our monkey object, which we have named as Sam. We can use the middle mouse to orbit, but we can also use it in different ways. For example, we can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out of our object or our point of reference. If I scroll up on my scroll wheel, we zoom in. If I scroll down on my scroll wheel, we zoom out. We can also use the Shift and Control keys for navigation. If I hold down the Control key, then hold down the middle mouse button and move my mouse up, you can see we zoom, but the zooming is slightly different. This is what is referred to as a dolly zoom. Compared to the previous method where we use the scroll wheel, it looks a lot smoother because with the scroll wheel we are zooming in increments every time we scroll up on the scroll wheel or scroll down to zoom out. The third method of navigation is to pan our view. If we hold down the Shift key and the middle mouse button and then move our mouse, we pan our view left, right, up and down. Note that when we pan the view, the controls are inverted. So if you move down with your mouse, the view is going to move up. If you move up on your mouse, the view is going to position down. When you do this, the point of reference will change. So panning the view is going to impact the ability to orbit and zoom. If we attempt to orbit after we have panned our view, you can see we are no longer orbiting around our central object. If we attempt to zoom in on our object by scrolling, you can see we end up scrolling to a different point in the 3D space. If you want to correct this and you want to focus on either the center of your scene, which is where the green and red lines intersect, or on a specific object, such as our Sam object, you can do so by going to the Frame menu and choosing Frame Selected. So this is going to focus the view on whichever object is selected. We can also Frame All, and that will center the view so that we can see all of the objects in our scene. If I press on Frame All, the view changes slightly, and when we orbit, we're effectively orbiting around a point of reference created using the location of all of our objects. If we were to go Frame Selected, it zooms in on the selected object, and now we can orbit around that object and also zoom in and out of that object as well.